Let's go all the way to Vladivostok, holding that rail line there. Wasn't really part of the plan, so I'm going to go up there as well. We're going to cut them into 3 chunks. Carve it up, and then we'll help ourselves to it. And we'll come crashing down upon Japan from above. The Democratic Republic of Afghanistan joined the Comintern. Okay. The Democratic Republic joined the Comintern. I have issues with those statements. Communist uprising. Okay, this has happened. Things are afoot in the Communist Party. Our intelligence services have intercepted a number of couriers moving between base areas, carrying secret orders talking about the revolutionary counterstroke being prepared in secret bases all across the country. Soldiers and supplies are being gathered for a major operation, perhaps even a nationwide uprising. We must make preparations immediately. Prepare to fight for China. So Manchukuo has capitulated anyway. It had absolutely nothing in it of any value. So we need to... There's going to be a communist uprising here. Do I have spare soldiers anywhere? Yes, I do. Okay. Let's bring those... Where's my capital? I have an armoured division at the capital. The capital must not fall under any circumstances. And I have 12 spare divisions down here. Currently without a general. Let's bring these guys up where they can be quickly replaced. So we now know what's going to happen. There's trouble brewing. We just have to hold what we can. I hope this isn't going to be a case where half the army also defects. I don't think it will be, because it's an uprising from outside of my nation, not within. I've not played through this, because last time I played as China, I didn't get to this point, because they rebelled a lot earlier, and I was fighting Japan all across here. They'd invaded. And they rebelled, and they instantly joined the Allies, and the Allies declared war, and I thought, screw this, I'm out. So right, let's get this done, fellas. Let's finish that off. You can go up there. These guys should not be able to put up much of a fight here, I think. Let's delete that line there. See what those guys will. So the blue army, I would like you to go on the offensive to take that position right there. With 6... No. Not with 6 divisions. Where's the rest? That is not part of the plan. Hang on a second. Right, so then, hang on. Let's put them all onto this. No. That's not what I pressed either. Oh, God. This has gone horribly... This has gone messy. Right. You guys pile through to there. What I'm basically trying to get you to do is to go on that front line, I think. Okay. Right. 24 divisions. 1 division. And then we hold down Control and click 24 divisions. So the way you're going to do it, though, is you're also going to fight to do this. And you're going to do that right now. Oh, God. This is just an unnecessary mess. Right. Give me someone here. Right. March these fellas straight back. Communist contained. That's good. That's good. Can we still do anything with this communist situation, by the way? Develop Syrian iron ore deposits. This will give us 8 iron in Sui Han. I don't know where the hell that is. Have these guys declared war yet? They're currently in a faction. Should I kick them out? Kick them from the faction because they're going to cause trouble. Countries you kick might retaliate again. They're going to retaliate anyway, aren't they? I guess, do I want them in the... How soon do I want them in the allies is really the question I need to ask here. Give me something that can attack across here. I mean, we're kind of achieving this. We've got no supplies over here. Let's bring these horsemen back. Hang on, we also haven't got this working either, as it should be. Let's make sure we nuke these guys out. That looks like it should be working. I will have to put some sort of army. What's going on here? Japanese submarines are raiding our convoys. I don't know. Just a minute. What are our convoys trying to do? We have convoys. What are we using them for? For trade and supply. Not for trade. We shouldn't be using them for trade. That would be stupid. I could probably stop trading with Iraq now because I have sufficient oil of my own. Currently 27. I'll keep it going for now. We shouldn't be trading aluminium or rubber or tungsten or steel or that. So, and they shouldn't be using convoys. So the only convoys we should be losing are used for supply purposes, which we don't want. So if I do this and shut all this off to sea traffic of all types for the time being. Oh, hang on. Access will be blocked. Trade routes will never pass and fleets will never pass through this region. I want to trade it off, turn it off for trade routes. Ah, bollocks. I'll leave it on. Once the convoys are all sunk, they won't be able to go through there anymore. I don't know what they're doing. I think they're trying to sail to the ports to provide supply. I think that's what's going on. Right, let's make sure everything here is finished off nicely. And some evil scumbags managed to take position up there. So we got Manchukuo, which was a very nice bonus. This is just getting cleaned up, so it is going on. It is working as it should. That's done. That's nice. Okay. That's quite true, actually. So what we'll do is we'll build the Red Armies, the Red Army, as in the colour I use to represent them. It's more like a burgundy. They're not needed on there, so I could send... I'll have a huge field marshal group of weak units forming a barrier against the USSR. I will need to, unfortunately, because you don't know what they're going to do. And also, if they fall and Germany suddenly decides to go for me, I'll have nothing on the border. So it seems wasteful, but I think it's probably a requirement. Right, so we've got the cavalry situation sorted out. Another communist cell discovered. Let's keep jumping on these communist cells. And let's have a counter-infiltration sweep as well. Because I feel like they're going to cause us some major trouble. What if I kick them out and declare war before they have a chance to... Do you know what? Let's do that, because we're at a point now where... what's our... Well, actually, if we go to one China policy... In the turmoil that followed the revolution, a number of states broke away and attempted to form their own states. Some merely ceased to listen to the central government. Others pretended they were sovereign states again. Strengthened as we are now, we will publicly declare that we lay claim to the old Chinese borders that have stood for centuries. So basically, Xinjiang and Communist China get kicked out. We gain an annex war against Xinjiang, but not against Communist China. That's curious. Right, I'm kicking them out. They're out of the faction. Let's see what that does to the situation. Let's make sure this is crushed here. Control, is it? Alt should do it. Can't get him in. And here, we're just going to push to the border with some horses. Actually, let's do a grand tour. That's what we're going to do. Watch the cavalry come in. This is going to be hilarious. Let's also create... This is the time to train, I think, 48. Let's go 48. Should be enough at 48. That's 2 extra armies. Let's put them here. And that's going to be to put the border with Mongolia and the USSR. Don't know what Mongolia will do. I think they can join or be integrated into the USSR. Right, so we're good for this again. We've got some combat air support craft. Excellent. As soon as we get the rockets, we're going to redesign a better version of that. We're going to go rockets. We're going to base it on the British Typhoon. We've got some really nice artillery in. We should start designing some better infantry templates then. We should start putting advanced artillery into the actual infantry divisions to make them more aggressive in the future. But what we should do is probably upgrade some of these old, like, reserve divisions we've got on front lines. But we'll see where things need to go for that, because that is that will be quite intensive on equipment. Support equipment is looking good. We'll improve both of those. The advanced anti-air still looking weak. We're going to put trains up by 1 because we seem to be losing a few trains. We've got stacks of these basic infantry equipment things. I don't think that's an issue for the garrisons and stuff now. However, the garrisons will increase as we expand them, won't they? As we have to, like, occupy these and this and British Malaya. This is a war of expansion we're planning. I'll keep them churning away till game's end. Military factories. I guess these. Let's put them in there. We still have more. We don't now. That's fine, I think. We'll rob some of those to go and make medium tanks when the time comes. So anyway, I just want to see my horsemen do this tour of tour of Japanese Manchukuo here as they go wandering through, with absolutely no support from the infantry coming in behind them. Basic armor production, nice, or protection rather. So we've got the basic stuff for, like, really early light tanks. We're talking about the crap 1930s versions, early 30s at that. We should at least get to better lights and amphibious stuff. Something to do in the future. Also, I think something to not rush into just at the moment. So the industry situation, as it is, we should start working on fuel refining and this. I don't think I need... This is a nice bonus when you've got nothing else to research, but as we have a huge supply of rubber coming from the conquered territories, we don't need to worry too much about that. Excavation now as well is useful too. We were doing radar. Oh, we're going to have to catch up a lot on radar. Oh, the Navy as well. Because we do need to work on the Navy. Huh. Magnetic mines. We could do with increasing the naval mine damage. What little effect it has. Oh, we do need to do this. We need to do this. So that we can actually, when we do build some tanks, we've got some better ones to offer. There's so much to do with China. Anyway, I think our Chinese playthrough has been going remarkably well. All things considered. What's this? This is a non-aggression pact? I don't think so. You've just announced your desire to, like, rise up in revolution. I'm not signing a non-aggression pact. Go and enjoy some. Justify a war goal. Declare war. No war goal? Okay, I'm going to justify a war goal. Retake the core state. Just going to go conquer. Conquer. It's part of this. It's mine. I think there actually technically will be a core state now. But gain at least one province every week for a certain number of weeks. Oh, I wonder if it's this. We've just been storming in. So this is looking good. I kind of like how this has gone. These guys are ready. We could just deploy the whole lot now, you know. They'll have no training, but I'm happy to do that. Right, let's stop. And this will be in the, I guess, the China defense section of this army. So we've got 48. Brilliant. Add that to a new force, which we're going to make pink, so we can see it. Put in the general. Should we have a new field commander? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. Someone with... I guess it doesn't matter at all, does it? Max entrenchment. We're not really expecting these guys to do very much. And we'll make those brown. We will be able to find these. Oh, no, I've still got the thing open from the old guy. Hang on. It's this one. And Army 18. We'll put in... I don't really like that. Chance to get wounded. I'll put him in. We'll create a new field commander for the others when the time comes. Right, let's put these in with a new field marshal who... We've got Deng Wu. He's not awesome, but that's fine. So he's in there. He's in there. We take the Red Army from here. This guy's really good. I'm tempted to replace him with a new commander. Let's put someone in. Let's promote this dude. Just come out with that again. That always feels a bit wonky how that works. Oh, well, who's that down there? A very good field marshal. Okay. Put him in there. And I've got the right thing, haven't I? So you're going to form a line with... That will... Where does it stop? Oh, okay. It goes on to Xinjiang. It doesn't need to. It won't do that, will it? It won't do what I want it to do, quite. Which is fine, then. Okay, let's cancel that. So what we'll do instead is we'll have the green guy on there. Have I still got this right? The blue guy on Mongolia. And when it comes to Xinjiang, we're going to put... Oh, no. God, no. This is the wrong army. I'm on the wrong sodding army altogether. Disaster, disaster, disaster. I thought those colours didn't look right. Okay, you... Good. You were on there. That's fine. So you haven't been affected. You were on there. You haven't been affected. And you are on there. That was really lucky because that was almost a mess. Who the hell where have I put this new force that I've been creating? It's not there. Is it? It's not this one. It is that one. Okay, they should be part of somewhere else. Hang on, you're not in that force though, are you? Oh, I feel like I've messed this up horribly. If I click on him, it's showing none of those. It is showing those. Right, what about the green force? Okay, that's a spare army that I brought up here. Right, well, I'm looking for the flipping field marshal. Where is he? It's this one? No, that's not him. I put a field marshal in place somewhere. Right, I don't think it's either of those, is it? Unless I've balls this up, and I may well have done. Who have we got here? He's a good one. He's a good one. And over in the assault force. Ah, this might be it. He's got all sorts in there. No, wait, that's not him. That's definitely not him. I know what those are. So what are these? Are these the new ones? Right, these are the new ones. Excellent. I found them. You go there. I'm just going to make sure I have found them. I have found them. Right. God, that took some working out. Let's put the red guys under their new general on the... No, that's not. Let's put them where I think they're going to fight. So I'm going to put them on this border. Because they're experienced, so they can actually do some good. The pink ones on this border. And the brown ones on the Mongolian border, which is a big border. But I'm just going to draw it in for this. There we go. And then it kind of matches up everywhere I want it to. That was a mess, wasn't it? Train that. And they are actually in... They're in the assault one. So, no. You're in the China Defense Theatre. Put them in there. Excellent. Excellent. We have things where we want them. So they can train in the field. I don't expect to fight with the USSR. But we do have to protect the borders because we just don't know what's going to happen. Crazy. Right. Let's move things into position. And what's the supply situation across here? It's going to be absolutely dire. What are we building? Just railroads at the moment. We should get some dockyards going and we could start building a navy. Except I don't have any ship designs to put into it. Well, we are going to start building radar fairly soon. What I will do is I'm going to put some AA possibly along the borders with these guys. This might be a higher priority thing to do. Can't build there. So I'm sure we'll be losing trains and stuff from this. So let's knock this up. And it'll support in the... I think it helps against ground attack aircraft. Well, yeah, I'm sure it helps against logistic strikes. I'm not sure about ground attacks. This is another area we'll have to then keep an eye on. So, where are we up to? We have achieved... Let's take it off pause. We've achieved some good success there. Let's get the cavalry, the Green Army that was in here in the assault force. Actually, it's not in the assault force. We've got cavalry. Let's bring this down to where they are going to possibly be needed. And just train them up, because there's some training needs doing there. Let's have a look. Chiang Kai-shek questions Chinese sovereignty. Who determines the borders of a nation and how are they determined? Whatever way people may have found in the past to justify where China ends and communist China begins, we live in a new era. The strategic importance of this border cannot be overstated, and we are well within our rights to shift it to ensure the continued security of our people. Listening to Chiang Kai-shek's recent speeches, An invasion of communist China appears imminent. Dissenting voices have objected, but public support for war is on the rise. We must rally behind the cause. So at the moment, we've got stuff on the border. Excellent. We've got basic radar. That is going to be useful. We're going to try and push down there. So, I mean, I don't have any good solid troops for doing this sort of invasion yet. It's communist China surrounded by rivers on all sides. That's an issue. Don't want to storm across rivers. What I'll do is I'm going to form a little... Hang on, will it let me do this? Little front there for that army. I need to think how this is going to be best used. And I should probably build a supply thing at the top because... it's not good. It's not good. Where can I link this up to? Probably here. Okay, as soon as the cavalry move in, this is going to be bad. I'm going to put a supply depot here. I know this feels like a complete waste. That way, please. Will it not let me do this? Come on, we should have a war goal against China now. Yeah, they've gone for it first. Okay, and that's... Let's sort this mess out. So all they've had was this. That's not an awful lot, is it? Let's take two of those, two of those, two of those, and just snip this out because they've cut my rail lines everywhere. Right, the damned horsemen have turned up. Right, halt. If we cancel that order. Let them attack me. Let them come on out. Because that might provide me with a way in. I'm thinking. Is that all there is? That's not too bad. I think we can deal with this. Luxembourg has capitulated. Communist China joins the Axis. Holy shit. Okay. All right. I did not expect that. In the slightest. Now, this is why I was hedging my bets with Germany before. We have a non-aggression pact, but I don't think that'll matter now that Communist China has joined them. So, who's seen this before? Because I've seen it where Communist China instantly rebel and join the Allies, which makes no sense whatsoever. It's ridiculous. We had that exact situation, but with whatever this nation is, like Zibei Sanma. It's like he's a local warlord. I declared war on him to subjugate him, and the Allies said, "Yes, come one, come all, ye welcome here. Let's go and crush the Chinese for picking on you." Silly, crazy result, absolutely crazy. With this situation between Germany and the Soviet Union, I didn't know who was going to win, and I didn't fancy either on my border. Just as well that Germany didn't conquer the Soviet Union quick, because they would have been on my border, and I think they're going to be in a war with me right now. So any deals we had with Vichy France or anyone else are now certainly off the table. And it swung back to me. I mean, I'm caught between Japan, the Allies, and the Axis. That is like it's now a four-way war. I can't keep track of this. Let's get rid of Communist China as fast as we can. And I'm hoping this ain't going to be too bad. Did I see 12 troops there? Brilliant. Bring them in. Meanwhile, we're working on a welfare state. The one China policy is still to come. It now makes more sense for us later on. The forced loans. This focus effect unlocks decision forced loans. Maybe. Or we could go for the land tax reform, which will get rid of low inflation. It basically lowers inflation. So We have to make a balance between these. Anyway, let's get rid of the low inflation and set that off up there. This is crazy. So what are my forces going to do? Well, what we could do is we could put some air... No, we can't put air support in any of this because we don't have an aircraft in the region. An airport, even. This is bananas. We can fix that fairly quick. And we might then be able to assist with air power over this. So if I do that, and I drop these 3 on as priority, it won't take long. Let's get rid of that, because I don't think that's going to happen now. It won't take long to get that built.